The human mind is a fascinating maze of quirks, patterns, and behaviors that often defy logic. Psychology reveals that we all share certain odd traits that shape how we perceive and interact with the world, from our subconscious tendencies to the surprising effects of our environment. These crazy psychological facts will leave you questioning how much control you truly have over your actions. Today, we'll dive into 15 unbelievable insights about human psychology that you've likely never thought about, but will change the way you see yourself and others. 1. People remember negative feedback more than positive. Our brains are hardwired to focus on negativity, which explains why criticism tends to stick longer than compliments. This phenomenon, called the negativity bias, is thought to have evolved as a survival mechanism, helping our ancestors stay alert to potential threats. For example, if someone praises your outfit but critiques your shoes, you're far more likely to dwell on the shoe comment than bask in the compliment. Interestingly, this bias extends beyond personal feedback to how we process events and situations. We tend to remember failures and unpleasant experiences more vividly than successes, making it harder to let go of negative emotions. This can lead to an overestimation of risks and a reluctance to try new things. Understanding this bias helps us consciously shift focus to positive experiences and build a more balanced mindset. 2. You are more likely to agree with a confidence-ident liar. Confidence has a strange power over perception, so much so that people often believe confident individuals even when they are blatantly wrong. In fact, studies have shown that a liar with a steady tone and assured body language is more likely to be trusted than an honest person who appears hesitant. This occurs because our brains associate confidence with competence, even when the evidence says otherwise. This tendency is exploited in everything from sales pitches to courtroom arguments. By projecting certainty, individuals can sway opinions and decisions, often without providing solid proof. Recognizing this can help you question the validity of claims rather than being swayed by someone's demeanor. It's a reminder to dig deeper into what's being said rather than how it's being said. 3. The color red enhances attraction. The color red has an almost magical effect on human perception, particularly when it comes to attraction. Studies show that both men and women perceive individuals wearing red as more attractive, likely due to its subconscious association with passion and fertility. This psychological effect can even influence behavior. For instance, people are more likely to approach someone dressed in red than other colors. This phenomenon isn't just limited to romantic attraction. Red also commands attention in competitive environments such as sports or business. It's no coincidence that many brands use red in their logos to evoke a sense of urgency and importance. The next time you want to make a lasting impression, consider incorporating red into your wardrobe or surroundings to tap into this psychological cue. 4. People mirror the emotions they observe. Humans are naturally empathetic creatures, often mirroring the emotions they observe in others. This phenomenon, known as emotional contagion, explains why you might start to feel sad after seeing someone cry or energized when surrounded by excitement. It's driven by mirror neurons in the brain, which activate when we witness someone else's emotional state. This subtle mimicry helps us connect and build rapport with others, but it can also leave us emotionally drained in highly negative environments. Understanding this can empower you to be more mindful of the energy you bring into social settings. By projecting positivity, you can influence the emotional tone of a group, making people feel better without realizing why. 5. People's favorite topic is themselves. One of the easiest ways to connect with someone is to let them talk about themselves. Research shows that discussing personal experiences activates the same brain regions associated with pleasure, such as those stimulated by food and money. This is why people often feel more drawn to those who ask thoughtful questions and genuinely listen. Leveraging this fact can help you build stronger relationships. Instead of dominating conversations, focus on being an attentive listener and encouraging others to share their stories. Not only does this make you appear more likable, but it also gives you valuable insight into their values and perspectives, which can deepen your connection. 6. People spend more time planning vacations than life goals. Humans tend to prioritize short-term pleasure over long-term planning, which is why many spend hours researching vacation destinations but rarely sit down to map out their life goals. This is rooted in our brain's reward system, which prioritizes immediate gratification over delayed rewards. Interestingly, this behavior can leave people feeling unfulfilled as they chase temporary highs without addressing their deeper aspirations. To counteract this, psychologists recommend treating life goals with the same enthusiasm as planning a vacation. Breaking them into smaller actionable steps can make the process feel less daunting and more rewarding. 7. Your handwriting can influence your mood. The act of writing doesn't just reflect your thoughts, it can also shape them. This concept, known as graph therapy, suggests that changing certain aspects of your handwriting can influence your mood and mindset. For example, writing in a more deliberate and upright style has been linked to increased feelings of confidence and positivity. This connection between physical actions and emotions is part of the larger concept of embodied cognition. Just as smiling can make you feel happier, adjusting your handwriting can help you cultivate a more optimistic outlook. It's a simple yet powerful way to influence your psychological state through a seemingly mundane activity. 8. People are more honest in the dark. Lighting conditions can subtly influence behavior, with studies showing that people are more likely to be honest and self-reflective in dimly lit environments. This is thought to be because darkness creates a sense of privacy and reduces the fear of judgment, allowing individuals to be more vulnerable and authentic. This insight has practical applications in therapy, negotiation, and even casual conversations. Dim lighting can create a more comfortable atmosphere that encourages openness and honesty. So, if you're looking to have a deep or meaningful discussion, consider adjusting the lighting to set the mood. 9. People feel happier after spending money on others. While splurging on yourself might feel satisfying in the moment, research shows that spending money on others provides a deeper and longer-lasting sense of happiness. This is due to the psychological boost that comes from acts of generosity, which reinforce social bonds and increase feelings of self-worth. The effect is so strong that even small acts like buying a coffee for a friend can significantly improve your mood. It's a reminder that true fulfillment often comes from giving rather than receiving, and that kindness doesn't have to come at a high cost to be impactful. 10. Your brain can trick you into thinking time is moving faster. When you're deeply focused or experiencing something exciting, your brain processes information more efficiently, making time seem to fly by. This phenomenon, called time compression, occurs because the brain skips over unnecessary details, creating the illusion of shorter durations. It's why an engaging conversation feels like it lasts minutes, even if hours have passed. On the flip side, repetitive or mundane tasks make time drag because the brain perceives each moment in detail. Understanding this can help you manipulate time perception by staying engaged in activities you enjoy or breaking up monotonous tasks with something stimulating. 11. People tend to follow the crowd even when they disagree. The pressure to conform is a powerful psychological force, often leading people to go along with a group decision even when it contradicts their own judgment. Known as the conformity effect, this behavior stems from a fear of standing out or being judged negatively by others. This is why group settings can sometimes lead to poor decisions, as individuals suppress their opinions to fit in. Recognizing this can help you become more confident in voicing your perspective, even if it goes against the majority. Sometimes being the dissenting voice is what earns respect. 12. Your taste in music reflects your personality. Music preferences aren't just about entertainment, they reveal a lot about your personality. For example, people who enjoy classical music often score high in openness and analytical thinking, while fans of upbeat pop tend to be more extroverted and energetic. These preferences are shaped by how music stimulates different emotions and cognitive processes in the brain. Interestingly, this connection goes both ways. Listening to music that aligns with your mood can enhance your current emotions, while choosing upbeat or calming tunes can help you shift into a more positive state of mind. So, the next time you hit play, remember that your playlist says more about you than you might think. 13. People recall the beginning and end better than the middle. This is known as the serial position effect, a psychological principle stating that people are more likely to remember the first and last items in a sequence than those in the middle. It's why the opening and closing of a speech book or presentation leave the strongest impression, while the middle details tend to fade away. This insight is incredibly useful in areas like public speaking, where strategically placing your key points at the start and end can make them more memorable. It also explains why you often remember the first bite of a meal or the final moments of a vacation the most vividly. 14. People feel more trusting when you mimic their movements. Mirroring someone's body language is a subtle but effective way to build rapport and trust. This psychological trick works because humans subconsciously perceive those who mimic their behavior as more similar and relatable. For instance, lightly copying someone's posture or gestures during a conversation can make them feel more comfortable around you. However, it's essential to use this technique naturally, as overdoing it can come across as insincere or awkward. When done correctly, mirroring can foster a deeper connection and make interactions feel more genuine. 15. A messy desk may indicate a creative mind. Contrary to popular belief, a cluttered workspace isn't always a sign of disorganization. Studies suggest that people with messy desks are often more creative and innovative, as the chaos encourages out-of-the-box thinking. The brain associates disorder with freedom, allowing for less conventional ideas to emerge. Interesting, the environment doesn't just influence creativity, it also impacts productivity. While a messy desk can spark innovation, a tidy one is better for tasks requiring focus and precision. Knowing how to use your workspace strategically can help you harness your strengths in different situations.